Hey everybody, it's Ren. It's Sunday, it's our day off. I was debating whether or not I was going to do a video today because I really didn't do anything but watch 4 episodes of Stranger Things, which is a pretty great show. I would highly recommend it. Um, but this gave me a chance to sort of hermit myself today, just to sort of sit in my feelings because I've been exposed to people longer than I usually am. So I just kind of needed to take a break today to just sit back. I've been in my room for most of the day, but we went shopping, we got some breakfast. Lawrence treated me to some breakfast, which was pretty awesome of him. So he says it's okay, but I still want to give him a dinner. Just a little bit about the experience here, because the videos have been either just quick or just a lot of rambling. Um, it's been really great, to for the short end of it. We're getting a lot, and yesterday we had sort of a forum explaining what the adjudicators are looking for when it comes to testing in a few weeks. And so that got me thinking about, okay, I have to worry about this, I have to worry about this, blah, blah, blah. I have to, prepare for a test. I know FDC has a written exam for all of their tests. So everybody tends to panic about that. But at the same time, it's not that big of a deal. They say it, and this is also me sort of reassuring myself that by the time the end of the 3 weeks comes up, we're all basically going to be proficient in it because we're being exposed to it every day. Excuse me. And then I was just thinking about what I get out of this particular workshop anyway, because it's not just about testing. It's about another general note, like making yourself better. So for me, I have to put it at worst case scenario. I've gotten a lot out of this. I've been able to test my ability. I've been able to push myself. I've also been able to learn to stop. That was what one of the videos was about. The people here are great. I okay, so just a little bit of self about me. I'm terrible with people. And I've had kind of negative experiences in situations like this, mainly camp situations where I'm around people for a million hours of a day and I don't get to see my mom, or in this case my boyfriend, for an extended period of time, and the only thing I have is a phone call. But I'm 29 years old. I'll be 30 next year. That is kind of scary to say. And it's just been a reminder that it's okay that I am the way I am. I don't have to be the extrovert. I don't have to go. There's a bunch of people downstairs playing games now. And part of me wants to go downstairs, but part of me is okay with just letting myself stay here. But on the other end of that is whenever I get into a conversation with anybody, you guys met Chase and Brody yesterday, and then met Lawrence the other day as well. All of our conversations have been, we've been listening to each other, call and response. And everything we've had to say, Chase has a lot of insight about being an actor, telling the truth, learning to breathe. One of the things that he says very often is that we're all just dust in the wind, or something like that. I don't know if I'm quoting a song or anything, but it's one of those things where it's we talk about awareness of self, awareness of our craft, awareness of the business, and basically awareness of everything that we've learned so far. The teachers are great. Part of me, my 12-year-old self that's still on my shoulder. Speaking of shoulder, I have this awkward like circular bruise from this suction cup thing that my roommate let me use. So it's kind of funny. It doesn't hurt at all. It's just kind of there. But anyway, just like the idea of awareness of self. When I started stage fighting, to toot my own horn, I like to think I'm really good at it. But at the same time, I'm afraid of making a mistake. And it's something that I'm always dealing with. So then, when I get a compliment, it's like the best thing ever. And then if I get a critique, not now it's not as bad, but like if I get a critique, it's just like, holy crap, I've done something bad. But I've been able to take all of this as a very welcome learning experience. On top of which, like, I know I need to recognize for myself that I am good at what I do and I am getting better. But there's also something nice about the reassurance. Like Brimmer the other day just said something about my fencing technique, which I thought was pretty amazing because I thought it was a mess. I spar once a year, if I'm lucky, in Ian Rose's like small sword and single sword classes. So I know I have a lot of work to do there, but with those once a year classes and then, still doing the same drills that I do with Ian, even if I'm not aware up here that I've gotten better, like my body is. And so being able to recognize that in both areas has been very important to me. And even just this morning, just figuring out like, whether or not I was having an anxiety attack. I am a little bit homesick. Again, I wish I brought my laptop. But like, even with that, like, there's this constant reassurance that, it's okay to, be a hermit. It's okay to sit out and stop yourself. It's okay that if you're having an anxiety attack, just take care of yourself, like do what you need to do and don't try to live up to other people's expectations. I feel like I'm going around in a couple circles a little bit. But, so yeah, this is the end of the first week. We start again tomorrow, pretty early. Just got a bunch of groceries, so I'm going to do a lot more cooking. Yeah, I'm not as sore as I was. Excuse me. And that was, it's probably because I didn't really do anything except eat, which is pretty great. So we start again at 9 tomorrow with warm up and announcements and stuff. And Monday is going to be our 5 class day. So I'm trying to make sure I mentally prepare myself for it. But at the same time, we're all here. I'm ready. I'm ready for the 6 days. I'll probably change my mind by day 4 of this next week. But, yeah, just a little day off update for everybody. I'm gonna go back to being a hermit and either watching Stranger Things, again, a great show, or some more anime. And I'm glad you all have been keeping up with the vlog. I really appreciate it. I didn't know it was going to reach so many people. Yeah, so I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.